everybody, my name is Chris, and welcome to the Overwatch 2020 skin ranking, or the yearly update, or what do you want to call this? Like last year, we're going to start from the winter of 2020 and move all the way to the 2021 Halloween Terror event, with really only one added thing that isn't from like the overall event skins, because I want to talk about it. But other than that, it's just the events. There are 8 outfits per event. I don't have all of them again. I tried, but I was going through a lot of stuff this year, so I didn't quite get all of them, but I got a lot of them. Having said that, let's move on to the winter event, and the worst skin of that, gingerbread. Now, it's not that gingerbread itself is bad. I like the red and the purple, and I do like the fact that her dress or her combat armor is now an apron. I think that's very cute. It adds a lot of flavor to the costume. It's just a little bland. It's not the best it could be. It's very festive, which is the point, but it's not as solid of an outfit. Next up is Ice Empress, and much like the Sigma outfit from last year, I'm not a big fan of angular stuff. I get they were trying to go for like the Snow Queen from Narnia, and that's a very good idea to work with, but at the same time, it's too pale for her, and the concept's really cool, but I think if they had gone with like a more true blue look for it, it might be a little bit better. Next up is Penguin, and it's just cute. It's a simple one. It's very rare to see May with a like helmet thing on. I like how the ice thing on her back is now an egg. That's very cute. That's all it's got going for it. It's just a really cute outfit, and May does excel in cuteness. Next up is Toybot, and oh my god, I love this one. I think it's so clever because he's a robot, and you know, toy robots are a big thing around Christmas. I think on the back, the binary thing says Merry Christmas. I'm not entirely sure. I don't read binary, but it's a cute punch-out thing. I do like that the balls are like little Rubik's Cube things. It's like the Nutcracker, but it just capitalized on the cheeriness of the whole thing a lot. Next up is Lumberjack, and it fits. It's a really nice design. I like the puffiness on the jacket. I like how it's not a singular color. It's very interesting. It's got a lot going for it. It's above Toybot though, because it just feels like there was more creativity and modeling done to this, more than just switch out the head, paint the model a little bit different color, and then add a new texture to the balls. This one feels like there was effort put into it. Next up is Elf, and it's a simple change, and it goes the opposite direction of the Krampus skin he got, where it's more green, which we all know I love green. I love that the little spurs on the tire are now just Christmas lights. I love the hat. It's just a really good concept, because it's just tweaked enough that it's kind of fun, but it's not overwhelmingly amazing, you know what I mean? It's just really, really good. Next up is Frosty, and this is what I mean when I say a Roadhog skin can be really good if you change everything about him. The fact that he's a snowman allows him to be shirtless, and it makes more sense. He looks terrifying. He doesn't have those stupid fucking air filter things in his mouth, so the open mouth snowman aesthetic works. It's such a cool design. The carrot nose is funny. I love the tiny top hat. I love it. This is kind of like one of his like reskins, just with an alternate head model basically, and that's all it takes to be really cool. It's creative but simple, and that's what works about it. And the winner for the winter update is the Conductor. The big reason this one won is because it's just got so many moving parts. The front piece is literally the head of a train with a little snow piercer thing going on. The back of it has smokestacks that just go up and down. The front is all armor. The back is all like padding and muscle to keep it together. It's, oh my god. And the mustache and the monocle and the little hat, oh my god, it fucking works. It makes Reinhardt into such a dork, and I love it. Anything that makes Reinhardt wholesome is just top tier shit. Alright, next up for the worst of the year of the Ox, I didn't have any of the event skins this time, I was recovering from surgery when this happened, is the Axai, or Zyke? I don't know how you pronounce this one. McCree. This just looks like his sand skin, but with a feathered poncho rather than a blanket like he usually wears, so I'm not sure what the point of this was. I like it, there's a couple little designs here and there that work, the hat's cute, but I'm not a big fan. Next up is the Imperial Guard for Reaper, and again, it looks like his base red outfit, but with the mask off, and that's kind of it. It's not super interesting when it's all the same with the slightest variations, so I get that's the point of the weekly epic skins, but it's not fun. Next up is Terracotta Medic. This one is actually really cool because it is just the base Baptiste, but with the same thing they did with Stone Bridget, where it's just a little bit of a different, it's just a texture and that's it. It's more interesting than the last two because it's an overall design change, but it's kind of it. I think his hair's different and there is the cross pattern on his legs, which do add a lot to him, but it's better than the other two, but it's not good enough to get on the top 5. Next up is Pale Serpent, and honestly, this one's really nice. I do like the scales everywhere. I like that the gun is its own separate thing that has a different aesthetic to it. It's green where everything else is purple and pink. I do like that her skin tone is more of a pink than it is a purple, and it blends really nice into her blouse, and that the bow leads into the train. It's an overall really well designed thing. Next up is Kikichi for Echo. I think that's how you pronounce that. This just looks like an owl to me. I don't know what the actual bird is. It looks like a sparrow owl-like thing. It's not a bad one. I think it's just a bit simple. It's basically 2 colors, 3 if you count the black, and it works with those very well. Simple designs aren't bad, but I think we could do more with Echo than just, oh look, another bird, another bug. I think Surf's Up was her best outfit because it added so much to her as a character because it was a unique idea. Now we're just getting back to birds, and that's not as interesting as it could be. Next up is Dragonfire, and honestly, this one just looks like a Chinese parade float came to life, and that's great. I love how Bastion's face has a little mustache to look like a worker who runs the fireworks stands. That's really, really cute. I like the bird, how it matches the aesthetic of the whole thing. The pattern on his body with the spikes coming out is really, really fun. I do like the derpy design of the front plate dragon. It's just cute, and Bastion is a really cute character. Next up is Tiger Huntress for Ash, and holy fuck does Bob look amazing. I know it's just a jacket and like claws with a gauntlet and like a head swap, but giving him like an actual face that isn't the same Bob face just plastered over and over is super cool. It adds so much readability to him, and her outfit is basically the same as his, but with more flair, more pop, more panache, which is just Ash entirely. I don't quite like the hat, but she has to have a hat, so it's whatever. And the winner for the Year of the Ox event is the Bull Demon for Orisa. Something about this one's really cool. I like the purple, the scales. I love the etherealness of her head plate. I love the fact she's got a unique head plate at all. With the horns going into her hair, it's just a really solid design. Oh, and that little chest piece that adds like a little extra fervor to it. I don't know, it's just a really cool one. It adds her centaurness to another creature entirely, and that's what works about it. For the Archives event, I also was recovering from different things during this, so I didn't get to play this, but this is the subaquatic skin for Zenyatta. The biggest thing for this one is that I love the faceplate is a different, his eyes are different, it's not just eyes, it's a singular faceplate thing, so that adds a lot to it, but other than that, I'm not super impressed with this one. It's not great. Next up is Camouflage for Mercy. I absolutely don't get this. First of all, why is her hair black? I don't like the colors on her. I think she works much better with more cool tone to paler colors, just in general. I get that's the point of the suit. It's supposed to be like the opposite of normal stuff, and she is a combat medic. I understand that 100%. I still don't fucking like it, just in general. And of course, the winner for the Archive Epic Skins is Lucio with Corridor. Cordier? I don't know how to pronounce that, whatever. This motherfucker's got flames on his legs, and it's a nice gradient from like yellow to red with the flames coming on the knees. I love the neon hair braids. I love the tattoos everywhere. He always has tattoos, but the shirt is a really nice touch. It looks more like a biker outfit, which doesn't really fit Lucio as a character, but I do like the difference for him. It's not tonal dissonance, but it's a cute persona swap he's doing for whatever reason. I really wish I had got this one. Oh, he also has exhaust pipes coming out his sound pack. Oh my god. Oh, it's great. I love it. I'm gonna butcher this one, but next up is Bushi for Genji. And this one feels like a lot of his other suits. They're very much the same. They're very much samurai warrior thing, which he is a samurai warrior. I'm not saying he's not. What I'm getting at is the homogeny of all of his outfits are starting to bleed together for me. So I get kind of tired of seeing the same exact things. We'll see this later when we get to the Halloween event, but he has a really good epic there. Yeah, it's fine. The blue works. There's nothing really to contrast with Genji because he doesn't have a lot of like skin or color showing to contrast. So the whole outfit has to work or it doesn't. And black and blue, while a good color palette, isn't as engaging as it could be the 5th time you've seen it. Next up is Polynista for Zarya, and this one actually kind of slaps. I love the shield on the back. I love the leather scales everywhere on the metal faceplate, chest plate. I love the cape. I do like how it feels very medieval, which I think was the point they were going for with this event. She seems like a Valkyrie warrior, and or a Norse warrior. I think that works for her really well. Next up is Musketeer, and holy fuck, that giant plumage is already giving me so many good vibes. I love the fleur-de-lis on her chest. I love how this is very much what I would assume most games that took place during the French Revolution for the Musketeers would use for a female outfit. I don't like how it's super sexual, but Widow is super sexual, so I'm gonna let it pass. The boots are killing me. The boots absolutely slay this. I love the corset. Everything about this just works. It's fucking amazing. Next up is Soldier 1776. He just looks like George Washington, which works. He's super fucking buff, like way buffer than any military person at that time could reasonably be, but damn. And the visor just adds so much, like, I feel like this should be called Cyborg 1776 because of the visor. I know that's his tactical visor, but I would take him bifocal. Could you imagine him in fucking bifocals? Oh my god, that'd be fucking amazing. Oh god. I also do like how it represents, like this event kind of represents the three major conflicts throughout the American history between, you know, Americans, the French, and the British. So that kind of, it's really cool. Speaking of the British, the winner for the Archives event is Cavalry for Tracer. And I don't know, the red, white, and blue aesthetic to it. I love the belt buckle shoes. I love the fucking hat so much. The hat's adorable on her. She seems like an actual general in the army. I feel like she would very much revel in the ability to take command and do things in the army, because she is like a frontline person, and the white boots are absolutely killing me because it matches her original design really well. And yeah, I love this one. Next up is the anniversary event, and the worst one is Cybermedic for Ana. It kind of gives me Sombra vibes, which is fine. I don't mind people borrowing concepts for other characters, but I don't think it fits her that well. Ana has a very hard to pin down style. Like, she does like a lot of blues and browns and all that, so a black and purple is definitely within her color palette wheelhouse. I'm just not super happy about it, you know what I mean? Next up is 8-Ball for Hammond. I think if this one was all black, it would be a cooler idea, because right now it kind of looks like a weird mix between a basketball and a cue ball, which I get was the point of the cue ball, but I don't know why it's half and half. If it was all black, it would be a lot better, because then but then it would be also lazy because it's too simple. So it's kind of like a catch-22 sense. I do like the fact that he's in a little tuxedo. That's fucking adorable. The best epic of the event is the Bird of Paradise. This one's really colorful. Again, I'm not really psyched that it's a bird again, but the green on the wings and the legs that is different from the yellow on her chest and feet is really cool. I like how the purple fades into a pink, which leads into a lighter, like, lavender color that's also the same color as her face. I love the plumage on her head. It's a really fun idea. This actually could, if they added feathers or even just a little bit more detail here and there, they could have made it, or even had like the pattern on her chest move. That could have been a legendary easy. It's not that hard to get from this to a legendary, and I think that's a smart idea. Next up is Venus for Moira, and I think they're going for a Venus flytrap, which is not a bad idea. I just think I would have called it like Ivy or Venomous, something like that. I get the point, is like a Venus flytrap, it snares you in and then snaps your life out. But I don't know, I feel like this could have been a little bit different. Maybe if it, well, not really, then it wouldn't be the plant. So it's a really good one. I'm not a big fan of like foliage and plant designs all the time. Not saying that she has a lot of those, I'm just saying in general, I'm not a big fan of them, so that's why it's at the bottom. Next up is Gladiator for Doomfist. This one's sick, like I can't even lie. I love the mohawk helmet, I love the weird tiger pelt, I love the padding on his legs with the shorts. This whole thing is really cool. It feels like a very much medieval gladiator feel, which is the point, so kudos to that. Next up is Funky for Baptiste. I don't know how to explain this, but I feel like this one's a little weird. I get they're going for like a 70s throwback, but it feels a little racist to me. It's an absolute slapping outfit, I can't say it's not, but Something about it just gives me weird vibes. I do like the bell-bottom pants, I do like the shoes, I love the leather jacket on him. It's an overall really cool design, and I like the pattern on the shirt. Oh, and how the backpack is now like an analog radio and like an old-timey walkie-talkie and house phone. I love that. That is really cool. But I feel like they could have gone with a different direction for this rather than disco, because that just feels like they're pigeonholing a little bit, and I'm not a huge fan of that. Next up is Black Cat for Sombra, and I don't know, electric blue and dark purple are super cool for her. I like how her hair fades from like a stark white to a nice deep purple. She's giving me very much Eartha Kitt vibes, which is amazing. The gun matches the outfit really well, so that's always fun. You don't really see Sombra in a lot of crazy outfits like this. She's more tame because she has to be stealthy. So the fact they've given her a black cat look, like a cat burglar look, really does help her character and her profession. It just adds a little bit more flair to it, if you know what I mean. And the winner for the anniversary event is Junk Food. Oh my god. I love the leg, how it's a candy cane. I love the peppermint with the candy corn as his rip tire. I love the weird ice cream man aesthetic for the costume itself. I love the jawbreakers as his bombs. This whole thing absolutely works. It's like they took the clown outfit they gave him before and absolutely turned it on its head and made it even better. Oh my god, it's so cool. Next up is the Summer Games event, and I actually had a lot of skins from this one. The worst one, though, is Neon, or Neon, I don't know how you pronounce that, for Hanzo. And really what it came down to was that it was really white, especially with the other two skins we're about to see that are epics as well. I didn't quite see the point in it being a white, borderline, kind of dull skin that only had trees on it, the branches of trees. I didn't think that was a smart idea because it didn't look creative enough. I didn't think it had enough visual flair and pop to be even worth including. I think I would have gone for like a more, like if you wanted to do a white thing, you could have gone for a white gradient to like a nice pink for cherry blossoms or like a nice brown for an oak tree, something that would have been more visually catching. I understand that Chinese and Japanese culture celebrate the white space and things a lot, but I don't think it's good enough for an outfit, if that makes sense. Next up is the Ocean King. This one's kind of simple. It's just his base outfit with a different texture, and he's got a little Aquaman crown and his hair's white. It's not terrible. It's just simple. It's not a bad thing by any means. It's just really, really simple. And I think Winston is a really simple character, so it does fit, but I don't know what Gorilla has to do with the ocean. Maybe they were like, oh, we haven't given him a skin yet, so we'll, do more here. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. Next up is Sunset for Farah, and this is what I was talking about with the Hanzo one. It goes from like a nice pale orange to a really nice vibrant pinkish red at the top. I love the flowers on the whole thing. It's very reminiscent of Hawaii and that whole vibe. I even like her hair. Yeah, it's just a really simple like color gradient with a nice flower pattern on it. I don't have much to say on it. It's just visually pleasing. Next up is Sigma with Scuba. This one actually is kind of fun. I love the bubbles coming off everything. I love how everything has like little jets to help you propel through the water. I love that his fucking feet have flippers even though he doesn't wear shoes and is floating. So that's always fun. I like how the little psychic balls are not barnacles this time. They're actually like little buoys. That's always kind of cute. It's just a nice outfit. It's like a very much like dad at the beach with his kids stuff. Next up is Symmetra with Mermaid. I know, Symmetra wasn't at the bottom. Surprise, surprise. What gets this one is that I like the vibrant electric blues with all like the more subtle, paler, darker blues at the same time, with this nice white hair that accents both of them at the same time. The arm is a different color entirely, giving you more focus to it that matches her bra, and she has these little fins on her head that act as also her crown and her headdress. So yeah, it's an overall really cool. And I think even her shoes are supposed to be seashells, like reminiscent of the Little Mermaid and stuff. So that's fun. Next up is Referee for Orisa. This one is just, it's just a referee at a fucking football game. But it works. The black all around is a really cool idea. I like the fact she looks like she's wearing cleats. I love the Gatorade fucking holder as her power-up thing. I like that they gave her a baseball cap and a headset. I love the padding on her chest. I love the little like under-eye makeup thing they put on in sports. This look absolutely kills. Next up is Sprinkles for May, and it's so fucking cute. Kind of like with junk food, it's just anything with sweets is really fun. I love the bows on the shoes. I love that the socks have actual sprinkles on them. I love that she's wearing a nice, appropriate length skirt. I like the poofiness of the gloves. The suspenders are adorable along with the bow tie. The bisexual community must love this fucking outfit. I love her hair. It's those curls like you'd see at a 50s diner. I love Snowball. He's a fucking snow cone. I love it. It's a really good outfit. I can't say much more about that. It's super cute. And the winner for the event is Ash with Poolside. There was some controversy about this one, about her tattoos not being shown, but I think it might have just been an oversight. They didn't want to correct it. But overall, this one's really nice because she's covered well. She's still in a nice bikini. Bob looks to be wearing a thong, which is hilarious. I love his shirt. I love his jacket. I love the fact she's wearing a fishnet and like a blanket to kind of represent her cloak flapping in the wind. I love the fishing hat. I love Bob's little flamingo buoy hat. I like how she has like little tackle things in the hat. That's adorable. And I like how she's wearing water wings. I don't know why that's funny, but it is. Also, her weapon is a super soaker, which is never not going to be hilarious to me. Next up is the only outlayer I'm going to include in this one, and I want to talk about it for just a minute. This is the Deadshot outfit that Ash got immediately after the Summer Games event, which ended around, or it was right before or right after the Summer Games event, around Pride Month. Blizzard were very half-assed with their attempt to be prideful. They only gave out a singular, rainbow player icon that doesn't really, they didn't even tell you had a new icon. You had to go find it. So that's not even fair. And they've kind of shortchanged Soldier in the fact that he was not given a proper introduction or a comic to explore his own sexuality. He was revealed in another event for Ana, whereas Tracer had a whole thing about her coming out and has lines about her girlfriend and stuff like that. And that's all lip service. You can cut that out and not even notice it. You could be forgiven for thinking that Emily is just a friend of Tracer's. So it's not good service, it's lip service, and that's not what we want. And they were like, oh, well, we didn't want to make a skin. We didn't have time to make extra skins for Pride Month because we're working Overwatch 2. And then like a day after they said that, this skin comes out. You couldn't make 2 palette swap epic skins that people don't have to get. They can just not play the game for a week and be completely fine, and not getting 2 skins, or play the game for 2 weeks and not get 2 skins they don't want to do anything to do with. Or if they get them, they don't have to fucking use them. You know, just because toxic white boys play this game, that's not worth the time and effort to make a large majority of your player base who gravitated towards this game for its diversity and its inclusivity. It's not worth to give them a shout out. I think that's bullshit. And it's one of the few things the Overwatch team has done that actively has irritated me. I won't talk about Blizzard on their own, that's a different thing entirely, and the World of Warcraft team is some scummy shit, but the Overwatch team has always been something I could look at and go, you're not perfect, but you got shit going on, and this was just a spit in the face. I like this skin, I played for this skin specifically to make this video, and I don't think it's fair that you looked at the LGBT community and was like, nah, we have lip service rep, that's enough. Here's a shitty icon that no one cares about, that you won't even get told is a thing until you go looking for it. But here's a cool ass outfit for Ash because whatever. The outfit itself is fine. It's a little monochromatic. I really wish that it was more vibrant and shit. I like the hats and stuff, and I like the jackets, but really, we deserve better than this, and we don't want to be pandered to. You want to pay lip service to shitty 12-year-old boys who play your game? Fine, but don't lie to us. Having said all that, let's get back to more pleasant things. For the Halloween event, there is the Energizer for Zarya. This one's actually not a bad solo idea. I like the patchwork. I like how it's very stitchy on the seams. I like how it's not boring. It adds just enough to be interesting, but it's still just not as interesting as the other 2 that came up after it. Next up is the skeleton for Genji. This one's very simple, but it adds a lot of personality because it's just like a spoopy time. It's cute, it's funny. It's just a light up skeleton like you get at like Spirit Halloween or some shit. And I love that. It's fucking hilarious because it's Genji. Why would you ever would you ever think Genji would wear this? I didn't. So it's a good time. I do like how it's yellow on black instead of being like white on black, because that would just get repetitive. So it's kind of nice that it's a nice bright neon yellow. And the best epic skin of the event is Clown for Roadhog. I know, very strange that Roadhog was the winner in this and was the winner in the winter event. It's almost like my hatred of him is not blind. So I love how the belly button is now the nose of the clown. I like how his hair things on the belly button say smile. I love the overall concept. This is also sucks because I would have put this higher if it was more original, but the character skin it's based on is from Needles the Clown from the Twisted Metal series. So while it's a cool homage, it's not really gonna get a lot of creativity points because it's just aping that character for lip service, which we just discussed. I'm not a big fan of lip service. Next up is Darger for Reinhardt. So this one's terrifying, which is why it's lower. I'm not a big fan of terrifying, as you all know, but it's very World of Warcrafty. It gives me very much like the undead and like a tavern with magic kind of vibe. I know World of Warcraft is not the only thing they do, but give me some credit here. I'm not that into it. The purple skin screams the undead to me, like the Lich. I don't know why. Overall, I like it. It's a very solid design. It's very like medieval warrior, which is the point. So, yeah, it's good. I don't know what to say, it's good. Next up is Vampire Queen for Echo. Again, a lot of birds and bats we're getting here, but eventually she'll get out of this phase. I love the stripes on it to look like claws and like she's been attacked before. I love the blackness of I like the black bones, the wings with the red accents. I like how she has tubes going up her like they're being fed blood. I love the point of her head. It looks almost like a witch's hat, along with the bat ears for echolocation. There's a lot of cool things to this. Oh, I like the tri-toed talon look. That's kind of normally her foot anyway, but it's added a bit different here, so it gets points. Next up is Coffin for Bastion, and oh my god, it's so cute. I love how his head is the lantern. I love how the bird is like I don't want to say it's a raven. It is a raven. It looks like, oh, it's a skeleton. It's a skeleton raven. It's so cute. I just noticed that. I love how the coffin itself has a chain going across it. I love the barrels are all around it. I like the barrel itself being like a medieval gothic cylinder, if that makes any sense. The padding everywhere. The padding is hilarious. This one's adorable. It's morbid in the best way, and he just looks super cute. He has a skeleton hand. They made his hand on his other arm a skeleton. That's adorable. It's so morbid, but so baby. The runner-up for the Halloween event is the Vampire Hunter, or Huntress, for Bridget. First of all, I love how the cloak is basically her flag thing that she usually wears. That's fun. I love how the mace is a giant lantern. The backpack she wears has a wooden dagger to stab vampires with. I love the call to Dracula with the blood red chest plate and the blood red lining in the jacket. The skulls everywhere, the tight high up bun, all that shit. The gloves are really cool. Overall, just stellar outfit. And the winner for the Halloween event is, of course, my baby boy, Lucio with Satyr. Honest to God, he looks like a werewolf, but I love him. I love it so much. I like that they incorporated his music into the costume. It's not just, oh hey, he's a monster again. No, the back is a harpsichord. He has a spray that has him playing a pan flute. Satyrs are known for playing music to lure people into their death, so it's very creepy, very mysterious. It's so cool. I like his hair braids being kind of like fur, but they also look like padding, like he added them for flair. I love the sigils on him everywhere and how they're red to complement his eyes and be a contrast to the fucking daggers he's wearing as skates. Oh my god, this outfit is a treat. It's so good. Alright, having said all that, let's look at the top 5 of the year. I tried to stick to about 1 per event to see what all happened, but oh well. Coming in at number 5 is Cavalry for Tracer. I don't know, this one just stuck out to me. It was really cute, really fun. It wasn't super overly detailed, but had enough deviation to be worthy of a mention. Number 4 is Conductor for Reinhardt. Again, overall, this one just slapped. It was super good. The detail here is impressive, and it puts a lot of things in previous events and even future events to shame because of the level of detail. They even added snow to him all year round, which I just think that's really nice. Number 3 is Junk Food. This one just has an overall really solid design, and the different ways they incorporate different aspects of candy and different professions into it elevates it above the last two because it allows it to be more visually interesting than if it was to just be one solid theme all the way through. The runner-up for the year is, of course, the Satyr. I'm not going to go into this one, I just went over it, but again, really cool design, really cool aesthetic. I love the extra details and how they incorporated the idea of the mythos of the beast into the character's design. That's really cool and really smart. And surprisingly enough, the winner is Sprinkles for May. I don't like May that much, but this one was really cute. 50s diner girl with a literal soft serve on her back. Can't go wrong with that. It's just cute. Alrighty, that was the ranking for this year, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought in the comments. As always, my name is Chris. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do what you do. Make sure you have a fractastic day, and I'll see you guys next time.